Laura A. Grace here, the author of Dear Author, Letters from a Bookish Fangirl, Team Lines of Poetry collection, and Finding God Anime Devotional for Otakus, which is free on right platforms. I'll leave a link down below in case if you'd like to check it out. Happy Wednesday, my friends! I am so excited that you're here. I can't believe this is the last Top 5 Wednesday of this month. I hope you guys are continuing just to enjoy these prompts. I love them so much, and today is a lot of fun because we are talking about different older geared, that sounds weird, let's rephrase that. We'll say different, more mature age books than I usually actually read on average, probably. But if you're not familiar with Top 5 Wednesday, Top 5 Wednesday was formed by Lainey back in 2013. The group is now since on Goodreads, and I'll also leave a link down below in case if you'd like to check it out. Basically, each week our host creates a series of prompts, and on Wednesday we answer that prompt with 5 books, but in this case I do manga to reflect that said prompt. And today is Adult Book Love. Now, this is a little bit geared more towards novels, but YA, young adult books, are so popular right now, just regardless of age, young adult, old adult, whatever adult, that it is just very, very popular. So today we are featuring those books that are geared towards adults, written for adults, and just sharing the book love of adult fiction. How I am translating this for the manga side of things is that I feel like shoujo and shonen would be like the equivalent of YA because it's geared towards a younger audience, while josei and seinen would be the adult book love. Those are written for more mature readers and just, we'll just say older readers, not necessarily super old. Hopefully you guys get what I mean. I'm really excited. Even though I was apparently I do not read much josei or seinen because I was I really don't have that much. And I did try and double check to make sure that these all were josei and seinen. There was only one that I was sort of unsure of, but we're totally going with it because I love that manga so much. But let's go ahead and kick us off with number 1. I am going to do Osan Idol. I hope I'm saying that right. Oh my goodness. I got volume 2 and volume 1. And as you guys saw earlier this year in the video chat that I did with Kiki, we talked about this manga, and it's just been so exciting because I know Meet the Weeb family has also gotten this manga, and they are definitely more up to date than I am. I keep eyeballing it, and I'm still regretting that I did not hop on that Tokyo Pop sale that was on Right Stuff some time ago because the volumes were so much cheaper on there. But I do have volume 3 and volume 4 on my wish list. I keep eyeing them, and I definitely plan to catch up. I have read some of volume 2, and I really love the direction. I forgot how great these characters are because they are older. Our main guy here is 36. I forget the ages of the other 2 guys. I believe he's the oldest one though, and they are so great. This is such a fun idol manga. It's very, very enjoyable, and if you want just a manga that has older characters, this manga definitely succeeds in just delivering that. I mean, he's 36 and he's becoming an idol. I feel like that is unheard of in other manga fiction or other manga that center around idols and just pop culture and whatnot. So very good, and I was really excited to talk about this, and especially since, like I said, I've been wanting to catch up on this series and really enjoyed volume 2 just as much as volume 1. Granted, I do need to finish volume 2 because I didn't finish reading it yet. For number 2, I am so excited to feature this. I read this series at the beginning of the month, and that is Sadako and Nada. This is so good. It is so wholesome. I filmed a video review and I actually ended up deleting it because I was not happy with it. It's so hard to put into words how good this series is. Technically, this is a 4-volume series, but I only have volumes 1 through 3. I got the series from my library, and I just fell head over heels for this, and I love these ladies so much. Their friendship is absolutely beautiful. It is so good, and I must thank Tony. I think her YouTube channel is called Tony's Manga because she featured it in one of her reading wrap-ups, and I was like, oh my goodness, I'm gonna go try it out, and I did. Loved it. Like I said, I got the first 3 volumes. Still hoping to find volume 4. I did find it once, and it was $10, which isn't bad because these are $13 per volume, but it was not in very good condition, and I didn't want to pay that much. So still holding out, but I highly recommend this series. I'm pretty sure it's a josei, and it's about Sadako and Nada. She is a Japanese young woman, and she is I think she's Saudi Arabian. Yes, she is Saudi Arabian, and it is just the story, the friendship is just so absolutely beautiful. I mean, these two ladies are so very different, but like they're roommates in the United States. They're both there for school, and just their journey together and their conversations is just so beautiful. Like, I really, really love the friendship between these women, and I just learned so much, I feel like, about both of them, especially about Nada's culture. It was so very beautiful, and I just would highly recommend this Josei series, like, to anybody and everybody, because it just, the friendship, I mean, it is, like I said, so very wholesome. I love them. I really do, and that is why I went out as soon as I finished the manga and went and bought this series for myself, because I was like, I need more of this in my life. Like, it's just so beautiful and a very, very heartwarming story. Highly recommend, even though the 4th volume was a little bit bittersweet, but it was very, very good. For number 3, talking about wholesome, I just read this series this past weekend before filming this video, and it is We Swore to Meet in the Next Life, and That's When Things Got Weird. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I love this. I love this series so very much. Oh my goodness. It is so beautiful and so wholesome. I highly recommend this one as well. I definitely have a video review coming up of this one because I just had to gush about how much I love this series. I had a really rough day the day that I read this, and I read all 3 volumes in one sitting. I have not done that in quite some time, and I just loved it. These characters are so beautiful. They are so wonderful, and oh my goodness, I just have such a soft spot for them, and I'm just like, I'm going to reread this at some point again. And a shout out to Meet the Weeb Family mom, because she shared about this on Instagram. Goodness, I don't remember when it was, but I remember because she shared about it, she gave it a good review and said that she liked it. Like, after that moment, I've just had it like somewhere in my brain, just like keep an eye out for it. The volumes are $13 as well, and they're pretty tiny. And I am glad, I will confess, that I got this used, because I read through these really fast because the romance. And even though this is an age gap romance, it is so wonderfully done. It is so well done. Like, do not be turned away by the 22-year age gap. Yes, I know that is a huge age gap. And I was like a little bit skeptical, like, oh my goodness, like, are we really doing this? But then just you read it and you see these characters and how they handle it and just the love between them. And it's so beautiful. It is so beautiful. It is definitely almost like a modern day fairy tale romance, but like some other elements woven in. Oh my goodness. It's beautiful. And the covers are just absolutely gorgeous. This one's one of my favorites, though I do feel biased and want to say this is my favorite. So this is one I would definitely highly recommend. This has all the adult book love for me. Like, oh my goodness. I was just like, it's just amazing. I was about to say it was wholesome, but like between this series and Sadako and Nada, like, it is a tough contender for both of these, because these I both picked up on a whim and like was not even part of what I was supposed to be reading, but I'm glad that I picked them both up because they both just rocked my reading world and absolutely made my day. It just was so very enjoyable, and if you definitely need a clean and beautiful, sweet and funny romance, oh my goodness, you must check out We Swore to Meet in the Next Life, and That's When Things Got Weird. Hopefully it's not hard to find. I really hope not. I found 1 or 2 of these volumes at my local bookstore, and local used bookstore, I should say, and it was worth every penny. It was worth every penny. I have to go back and reread it at some point because I just love it. I genuinely love it. Like, this is so good. It's just so good, guys. For number 4, I had to do a little bit of research on this because I was like, I don't think this is shonen. But of course, you know, for the adult book love, we have to mention The Way of the House Husband. An interesting fact, this was not actually originally serialized in the Shonen Jump magazine. It was in a seinen magazine. So I was like, seinen, boom, adult, yes. I mean, just yes. Just yes. I honestly need to catch up on this series. I love the anime. The anime is actually what got me interested into the manga, and I have read the first 2 or first 3 volumes, and it is such a good time. Like, this story is just so much fun. There's so many shenanigans, and I always know that anytime I open it up that I'm just gonna have a really great time. It's not like where there's I guess a plot's very episodic, so you could just like read a chapter and then put it down down and come back, read another chapter, and it'd be fresh each time, like, because it's not going like in a story order. At least I feel like most time, like sometimes I feel like maybe the chapters, you know, have like a little bit of intertwining to them, but overall, yeah, it's just like mini episodes every time, and I just love the characters, and it is so great. Like, I shared so many laughs with my husband when we saw the anime, and I think I've seen the anime probably twice, and it's just so good. It's just so good. I'm not gonna say any spoilers on this, but I seriously need to catch up because, again, I love this series. It's so fun. It is just so special, and it's just such a great time. You just can't help but laugh at the shenanigans that are ongoing and what's happening. It's just great. It's very good, and definitely highly recommend this one as well. Number 4, yes, we're doing this one, and I'm pretty sure, I thought this was a seinen, but according to the research I've done, it's supposedly a josei, but we're doing it. We are doing it, and that is Play It Cool, guys. Has anybody seen the news that this is getting an anime? And oh my goodness, I am so hyped. Shout out to Jess and Beneath the Tangles, who both put it on my radar that this was getting an anime. Oh my goodness, I watched the trailer like more than once, guys, because I'm that kind of nerd. This was in my top 5 favorite manga of last year. I love these guys so much, and like the voice actor of Hayate, I mean, it is so good. It is so good. I was like, that voice is perfect for his character. I cannot wait to see these dorky guys like via anime. Like, yes, and yes. Like, I always need more of them because they are just so precious. They are so precious. I love them. They are so great. I've probably read this about 3 times. In fact, I was just thinking the other day, is like, it is time to have another reread of these volumes, because volume 3, I believe, releases next month, I believe. And it's so great. I know that the volumes are super skinny and it is $15, but it is so worth it. It is so worth it to see these clumsy and dorky guys and just see them do the silliest things. Like, it is so smile worthy and it's so wonderful. I love just all of them. Like, I don't even know at this point who is my favorite. I'm pretty sure I consider him like to be our main guy, because I feel like no, because when you get into volume 2, it doesn't necessarily center just around him. But I feel like he plays a pretty big role in all the stories. But I just, yes. Just yes. I do have a video review of volume 1, and I do have one up for volume 2 as well. I'm thinking of continuing my trend and doing volume 3, because just everybody needs some goofy guys in their life, and just like the things they do are so relatable, and it's like, oh my goodness, I don't know how many times I've done that, and it's so it makes it fun to see that relatability in them, even though like we have different ages. Like, he's a college student, he's a high school student, he is a businessman, and then he, I think, is also a college student as well. Yeah, I believe, but he's younger than Hayate though. So yeah, but they are so great, and they all sort of like meet in this volume, and I'm just like, yes, like it was perfect. It was so good. I needed it. I need more of these guys. Like I said, I cannot wait for volume 3. I think I've said in a video before, I legit teared up when I saw the pre-order was finally up from Yen Press, because yes, I have been waiting for volume 3, and when I was doing research for this, I saw the cover of volume 4, like the Japanese volume or cover, and I'm here for it. I am so incredibly here for it, and cannot wait for the anime. Come on, October, come on down. Okay, I'm pretty sure that was number 5. I got so caught up in all the excitement. As you can see, I have strong adult book love for these series. They're just so good. So even if I don't have many, I love all of these series. They are so great, and I would recommend any and all of them because they're just awesome. I did want to do an honorable mention today, and that's going to be Haru's Curse. I have been supposed to have already read it by filming this video, but I still have not started it because I don't know, my brain I was like, we have this list, we're going to read this brain, and my brain's like, you know what? Let's throw out the list and read whatever we want. I'm like, okay, but that's not part of the plan. But I got this manga because this month, for Marg Reads Manga, like that's her Instagram handle, and I believe that's what her YouTube channel is called as well. But this was the manga pick of the month for Treat Yourself. I didn't think about that. I was about to say Treat Yourself, but Treat Yourself. There we go. I could say it. And this was the pick for this month. And I'm really excited to start this and to try it. The art is very beautiful, and this seems like a very moving story. If all my other ones were pretty like light and Overall, I'd say pretty fluffy, not much to it. This has a lot of heart and a lot of depth, it seems, and it's also a rather big boy, so that's pretty exciting in that sense. So I definitely wanted to do an honorable mention of Haru's Curse for Marg's book club that she does every month, because yes, I have missed the last few. I'm gonna miss this upcoming live stream because my nephew's birthday party's that day, but I do still look forward to reading this manga and just discovering it, because I know that she's got another series that's getting translated in English that I know a lot of people are very excited for, and this one also is a Yakuza theme manga, so if you're interested in that, definitely check it out. Her name is Asuka Konishi, I believe is how you say her name. So if you need a Yakuza manga in your life, go check out her other work, and I cannot wait to read Haru's Curse and see what this manga is about. And that, my friends, is all the adult book love, all the adult book gushing for these series that I love so incredibly much, and hoping that I will love Haru's Curse just as much as the others. Really excited to try that one, but I would love to hear from you, friends. What are some adult book geared manga that you absolutely love? Whether that's books like is it novels or manga, I would love to hear from you, friends. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and thank you so much for watching. Bye!